Welcome back, Legends. A brand new special car hunt event has just dropped today, and this time the spotlight is on the Vision 1789, a Class S car that looks strong on paper, but the reality is a bit more complicated than that. We've got a full 15-day grind ahead from June 15th to June 30th, and in this video I'm breaking down everything you need to know before you jump in. The structure, the grind, the performance, and most importantly, whether this car is actually worth your credits or not. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these event breakdowns, drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future updates. Now let's get into it. Event dates and structure. This special car hunt runs from June 15th to June 30th, giving us a total of 15 days of grinding. Plenty of time on paper, but the real question is how efficient those days actually feel when you're in the grind loop. Just like every special car hunt, this is still one of the most F2P accessible events in Asphalt Legends. No fuel system needed, no required support cars, just ticket-based grinding. But don't let that fool you, because the grind itself can still be heavy depending on the car and drop rates. And this time, it's the Vision 1789. Vision 1789, Performance Breakdown. The Vision 1789 sits in a very strange spot in the Asphalt Legends meta. It's a mid-tier Class S car by rank, but performance-wise, it doesn't really live up to that mid-S-class label. And more importantly, this car comes with a massive cost, around 42.6 million credits to fully max out. That alone already makes you think twice. Now let's break down the stats. Its top speed is 390.2 kilometers per hour, which is decent, but in Class S terms, it gets easily outpaced on long straights. Its acceleration sits at 81.29, which is okay, nothing special, nothing game-changing. Its handling is 59.91, and this is where things start to feel a bit heavy. You can control it, but drifting does cost noticeable speed. And then there's the biggest standout stat, its nitro capacity of 72.19. This is huge, and honestly, this is the main reason this car feels more comfortable for beginners and touch drive players rather than manual players. You can stay longer in nitro flow, but it doesn't fix the weak raw performance underneath. So overall, it's smooth, but not powerful. Should you upgrade this car? Here's where I'm going to be very direct. I don't recommend fully upgrading this car if you're F2P. Credits are more valuable than ever right now, and spending 42.6 million on a mid-performing S-Class car is a huge decision. There are better long-term investments in most garages, but there's an important twist. This is a non-key car event, so you should not ignore it. The smartest move here is start the grind. Unlock everything you can, full start the car for event progression, collect all rewards, especially epics, and then leave it. Don't bother upgrading it. Because right now, credits are extremely limited in the game economy, and wasting them on low-return upgrades can slow your entire garage progress. Stage-by-stage grind breakdown. Let's talk structure. Stage 1 to 2, most painful for beginners. These early stages are always the toughest part of the entire event. Drop rates feel low, progress feels slow, and the biggest problem you'll feel in this grind starts right in Stage 1. Especially if you're starting this car from scratch, because the drop rate here is absolutely low. And on top of that, this car needs a massive amount of blueprints just to unlock. 85 blueprints needed just to get it unlocked, which honestly feels ridiculous at the start. And if GameLoft adds long tracks here, it becomes even worse. This is where most players feel burnout, especially if early stages include 90-second or 120-second maps. That just kills momentum. From my experience, 60-second maps are perfect for special car hunts. Anything longer just makes the grind unnecessarily exhausting. I really hope early stages stay short and balanced, because that alone decides whether players enjoy or quit the event early. Stage 3 to 4, easier momentum phase. Once you push past the early frustration, things start to feel smoother. These mid-stages are usually more manageable, and progression starts to flow properly. This is where the event feels less stressful and more like steady farming. You start seeing consistent blueprint progression, and the grind becomes more predictable. Stage 5, very rewarding stage. This is honestly one of the best parts of the event. Stage 5 usually feels generous. X2 blueprint packs. Epic import parts included, it feels rewarding and gives you that push before the final grind stage. This is the stage where motivation usually comes back up. Stage 6, epic stage, slowest grind. And then we hit the final stretch. Stage 6 is always the most painful part of any special car hunt. Drop rates slow down, epic parts feel rare, and progress becomes very time-consuming. But here's the key difference in this event. This is not a key car, so you are not forced into full pressure grinding. You can actually fully star up the car. Pause upgrades if needed. That flexibility reduces stress massively compared to key-based hunts where everything feels mandatory. If you're F2P, be smart with your credits. Don't rush upgrades. This event is more about participation in collection rather than full investment. Grind it, unlock what you can, take the rewards, and move efficiently. Because right now in Asphalt Legends, credit management is just as important as car collection. And this event reflects that perfectly. Final thoughts. The Vision 1789 Special Car Hunt is one of those events that looks exciting at first because it features a Class S car. But once you break it down, it becomes clear that this is more of a resource management event than a pure upgrade opportunity. The car itself sits in a strange position where its stats feel smooth and easy to handle, especially with its high nitro capacity. But when you compare it to other S-Class cars, it simply doesn't deliver the raw performance needed for top-tier competition. That's why it's not really a must-upgrade car, especially for F2P players who need to be very careful with credits right now. At the same time, the event structure still makes it worth playing because it's accessible, doesn't require fuel or special conditions, and allows players to progress through stages at their own pace. The early stages can feel very slow and frustrating if long maps are used, while mid-stages bring smoother progression and Stage 5 gives a nice reward spike with double blueprint packs and epics. The final stage with epic parts is always the slowest part of the grind. But since this isn't a key car event, players have the flexibility to stop after unlocking and come back later instead of forcing everything in one go. Overall, it's a grind-heavy but low-pressure event if managed correctly, and the smartest approach is to collect everything, spend credits wisely, and avoid unnecessary upgrades unless absolutely needed. That's everything for this Vision 1789 Special Car Hunt Breakdown. Legends. Grind smart, save your credits, and don't fall into unnecessary upgrades. Don't forget to subscribe, Legends. See you on the track.